What is the sound of one hand clapping? We've talked about koans before and their role in awakening the student, but I thought we could just talk about this specific koan. What is the sound of one hand clapping? And well, to begin with, one hand cannot clap. And what you derive from that is very subjective. And koans, they often do that. They act as a mirror for one's own projections. You see in it what you're looking for. But one hand cannot clap is a pointing to the truth, the ideas, habits, attachments, desire, fear. They cannot exist without the sustenance of the doer, either through willful attention or inattention. That is the other hand. Our self-image or identity is an essential part of being, and this form of conditioning is in everyone, and it allows us to navigate the paradigm of being. But the psychological state of man is not ideal, and what that often leads to is strong misunderstandings. Those misunderstandings could be about the purpose of thoughts, identification with the physiological state or the psychological state, unhealthy associations between one's consciousness state and actions, such as, in the case of addiction, there's the association of the pleasant experience with the addictive action. In other words, we hold on to ideas and baggage, and those ideas, they're not very feasible. They're misunderstandings. Much like the question was the sound of one hand clapping. It's not a feasible question. And the strange thing is, the more the student insists on finding an answer to that koan, the more he reinforces the idea that it can be answered. But in reality, one hand still cannot clap. It is in the awareness of reality that the question spontaneously dissipates. Similarly, we may even come to terms with our own misunderstandings. But because we have such heavy investment in them, we're not willing to let go of them. The voice of identification will convince you that, you are different. In your case, the absurd value you place on your attachments, desires, and fears is justified. It's okay. So I ask you, what is the sound of your one hand clapping? What ideas are you holding on to or value so dearly? What exists in your image of heaven?